Hey everyone, welcome to Roll for Dexterity. Today I'll be making a video with a woodland tipple and then of course the trees surrounding it. Hope you enjoy. That's it. No, that's it. Hey everyone. Okay, so today we're actually going to be working on a woodland or forest temple or whatever you would prefer to call it. I'm actually making mine kind of like an abandoned wood elf kind of castle that was actually then turned into a woodland temple kind of theme. This is for my current campaign that I am working on, and I also apologize for my voice because I just got over the whole cold flu thing that's been going around. And let's go ahead and begin. The first thing that you're going to need and that we're going to do is make some trees. And you can either, of course, store buy trees if you want, or of course, you can always just make them out of cardboard. And because the holidays were over, I used toilet paper and also wrapping paper rolls. I cut those into various sizes. The toilet paper rolls I actually made into branches and cut them at an angle so that way it would be able to stick onto the cylinder roll or the trunk of the tree itself better, like so. And then once that dried, I then glued around the side so that way it would hold it in place a little bit better. And then I actually covered it in toilet paper or paper towel, your choice. I kind of did a mix of both because I didn't want to use all of our paper towel. And along with that, once it's fully covered and dried, you can actually go ahead and move on to painting. And I painted mine flat black first, then covered it in a regular brown from Apple Barrel, and then mixed the white and brown together to make a lighter shade and use that as like a dry brush overcoat. And then that's what you see is the fully completed tree. You can glue how many branches you want on it. Of course, you can always do branches off of branches as well. And then we move on to the actual temple itself. And the first thing you need are, for me, I use wood sticks. A lot of people, you could use cardboard, you could use foam, whatever you prefer. I was just going for more of a woodsy feel, so I thought this would definitely fit in better. And plus, all of the texture from the hot glue definitely adds to your texture of your floors, which makes it really nice. And you can use any size sticks that you can find. I used a mix of the medium sized with ones and then also the smaller. And you just glue those together. And then if you have separate sections, like you can see this one has 3 separate sections to keep all them together, you just glue a base at the bottom of each one and then a connector so that way they all stay together. And then you actually take toilet paper roll and you just cut down a side and then you would stretch it out and then you would actually place that onto your floor and it would look something like this once it's fully completed. And then you just once again follow the whole paper towel or toilet paper rule mixed with glue and water. I forgot to mention that earlier. I apologize. And you then can take some hot glue and you can make little textures. I'm not sure, you can barely see these in the pictures themselves, but once everything's painted they definitely come up through. I also added in columns that I made. I just did the same thing with the branches, except I just cut a flat tip instead of an angle so that way it'd be on the floor easier. And then also the stairs themselves, I just did that out of sticks. There are 3 different sections of sticks to go up the side of the stairs, and then you do little squares to go up each one, and then I did an outline of glue to look like a frame around each stair, so that way the mini would actually stand flat on it. And then this would be the top floor, so it is multi-layered, which is kind of cool. And this is just another room that was created. And then this here is like my throne room that I created for it. And then another spare room. And then this is the stairs itself once again up close. And like I mentioned earlier, the 3 sections of the stairs. And then we move into painting. and you of course paint it flat black, and then you cover it in brown, then you cover it in a lighter brown, and that's just for the walls itself. And then the flat black of course will be on the floors. You can I covered that in a peach apple barrel for the first coat, and then for the second coat itself I actually covered that in a light brown that I mixed the white and the brown the same as the walls and covered that. And then I mixed in peach and yellow together, and it kind of created a nice little effect to show different grains of the wood, which I thought was really nice. And then these were all the finished pieces that I had. And then once the whole thing's actually put together, this is the top floor section of it. And then these are 2 rooms spared. I plan on having the one on the very left, the spare room itself, will actually be a 3rd column underneath. And then because I made like a hallway and everything extra, which you'll see in the next picture, I can connect that to the other spare and kind of create other oblong areas. So that way I can extend this temple each time and just reuse the pieces if I would like to. Alright, here's the new craft area. Excuse the sound from the heat. It's negative like 2 degrees here. Here's our collection of Funkos and DVDs and movies. There will be a table out here when I actually craft, so it'll look a little bit different, but of course it'll just be a table. And here's our bay window area, so a lot of natural light. Here's Isis. She's very needy. Yep, washer and dryer in the craft room. What better way to clean up, right? And the TV stand. And then we actually move on. And here's some crafting supplies and such, and of course, if you can, I know it's really hard to see them, but I posted them earlier of the Tiamat and the Bahamut. He's behind there, I'm not going to mess with it. And then, so some of it's held. Other crafting supplies and whatnot are held in here. This is the castle that I did a long time ago. This is a commissioned Legend of Zelda character that I got done by the miniature painter. You can find him on Facebook. He's expensive, but if you want a good job, you definitely want someone who charges the amount you want it to be done right. And then there's the link he did as well. I actually got both done for $150, so that's not too bad at all. And here's some crafting supplies. I'll be working on making like a wooded forest area. That should be my next Craft with Kel segment. And then underneath are all my paints and supplies. There's Snarf. I don't think you've seen him before, if it actually focuses in on him. There's Han. Say hi, Han. Han! There. And then there's Snarf. And then going out into, still Christmas stuff up, going out into our living area, we will have more crafting stuff up here. There's a castle that I'm currently in the midst of working on that I started even before this channel. There's the waterfall, if you guys remember that. There's some crafting boxes and stuff my husband's nice enough to keep for me. And there is a Little Mermaid stocking.
Very cute.